Okay, before we even think about getting into this video, we need to talk about these facts that you just saw, what the governments are telling people to not come to China. So some of the reasons are some illness going around in China, which I'm living here and I have not heard of. Maybe there's a lot of sicknesses in the world, but for a fact, like with COVID, China was the safest place to be because the government was so strict with everyone, so everyone had to follow the rules. So if something breaks out in the world, firstly, let's just clear that out. Like, China is the safest place to be because people actually here listen to the government. Secondly, like, the US government is telling people to not come to China because of wrongful detention. That has never happened. Like, it feels like so many foreigners are coming to China and being so scared of like the cameras all around. And like, if you would go watch my previous video, you would also see a lot of people commenting, you are only going to be detained if you do something wrong. Otherwise, you don't have to be scared of anything. I'm a YouTuber. I walk around with this camera every day. I'm not scared to go in anywhere. So that is never going to happen if you don't do anything wrong. So maybe in those countries, it's okay to here and there do something wrong. When in China, it's not okay. Because like I said, there are cameras here that keep you safe. So you don't have to be scared if you're not doing anything wrong. I promise you, you are allowed to walk around everywhere. You are allowed to take videos. You are allowed to buy things. People are not watching you all the time, but if you do something wrong, definitely you're going to be caught. Let me just tell you that. Another thing is, people are telling, like, the governments are telling people not to come to China, those 5 reasons. Like, one of them, because it's too expensive. Excuse me, I have been living here, and one of the biggest things I talk about is like how cheap the food is here, especially the local foods. So anyway, if you go travel, you have to spend some money. There is no difference in China, but it's definitely cheaper to travel around in China, especially with how, much cheaper the railway is here, the food is here, than in Europe or in the US that doesn't even have rail, but you get my point. Okay, let's get into the video. China is remarkable for numerous reasons, spanning its rich history, its cultural heritage, economic growth, technological advancements, and global influence. But still, to this day, governments are warning their citizens not to come to China, and it is literally just getting worse and worse in the Western media about China. So today we are going to talk about life here, what this country has, and what you will get to experience if you come to China. And then you can make the decision for yourself whether you want to come and put yourself in danger. Like, we can just talk about normal life here, right? What do you do every day? You wake up and then you go outside, you enjoy the life there, you go out to dinner and you go home. So here in China, why wouldn't you want to come to China? You wake up in the morning, you hear the music, and then you look out, of your window, and it's this old woman dancing to this chill music. The music is not too loud that it wakes you up. You hear birds chirping because like people here have like the birds in cages and they walk around with them. And on your way in the morning, you go to, let's say, school, or you go to your place that you want to see that day, your tourist attraction, and you see people practicing Tai Chi, and the air is clean, it's safe, people are friendly on the roads. You eat the most amazing food that you have probably never tasted in your life. At night, you walk around or you sit in a park, you are a woman alone. There is literally no one around me, and my phone is there. I feel completely safe. I don't need to check over my shoulder all the time. Yeah, you go order food. Maybe you can't speak the language, but people are kind. They help you. They try to figure it out with you pointing. It really becomes like a comedy movie.
Excuse me, do you speak English?
English? I don't know English. I'm just a delivery guy.
I just want to order a cup of green tea with a bit of sugar. Can you help me translate?
Sorry, I have no idea what you're saying. Plus, I don't drink green tea. And I only drink sugar-free. This is healthier, you know?
哎，哥们儿，你会英语吗？
英语？我看上去像是会说英语的吗？
I just want to order a cup of green tea. Can you help me?
完全听不懂哎，而且我更喜欢喝珍珠奶茶。
Why wouldn't you come to China? Like, from my perspective, I feel like governments are warning people not to come to China because since I've been here, I understand that China like kidnaps people because like China is so amazing. There are people that want to stay here. Like the video I made previously, that guy came to China on that 144-hour transit visa. He loved it so much, he wants to come back. My mom came to visit me. She left the whole world behind and she's moving to China. So hey, I understand why governments are warning people not to come to China because they are scared they are going to lose you and the citizens of their country. I mean, I'm not trying to be sarcastic or rude because I have sympathy with you, because before I came to China, I also didn't know, that many good things about this country until I moved here. And again, that is why I started this YouTube channel, to prove to you that you have to come and see it for yourself, experience it for yourself. Just watch my videos. It is me just living life, walking through places, and every time it's somewhere different. So it's not like, oh, I only go to the safe area. No, just please come and experience life here for yourself. China has a long history and a cultural heritage. Like, China is really known for their culture. It is diverse, it is huge, it is interesting. But China really boasts a civilization that stretches back over 5,000 years. Really, they have a lot of cultural traditions here, like art, they have literature, philosophy, and also like their architecture with the huge skyscraper buildings they have here. But from my side, that is the most interesting thing that I've learned here is the culture. And I do believe that is why a lot of people want to come to China to experience that culture, because China, is famous for its culture, and it's definitely worth it. But besides the culture, like, let's talk about the most obvious thing that the whole world knows. China is an economic powerhouse. Like, maybe if you travel here, you wouldn't know that much like about what's going on with the government, or you wouldn't really know like how strong China is economically. But a lot of people in this world are interested in stuff like that and want to come experience that here, because I never knew that, and that is something that I learned since being here, is how economically strong China is and how they get through problems. But anyway, when you come here, China has really experienced economic growth over the past few decades. They lifted hundreds of millions of people out of poverty. It is now the world's second largest economy by nominal GDP and the largest by purchasing power. Because even if you don't know that much about the economy, if you walk around in China, you will immediately feel like that strength, that power, that like cool feeling of like, wow, I'm in a powerful country. And also just a reminder, today we're talking about like whether you want to visit China, but also whether you want to work here. So yeah, it's a lot to cover actually. Yeah, but like China is also big on technology, the technological advancements that go on every year. China has made significant studies in various technological fields, including telecommunications, AI that is so famous today, renewable energy and space exploration. Like the renewable energy, can we just talk about that? Because I am from South Africa where we don't have electricity. Like here, the buildings have lights on the whole night and it is crazy. I always wonder like how is it possible that there's so much electricity going around? But it's because they have, solar panels. They know what they are doing and it's not like they're just wasting. So South Africa, if you're watching this, can you please learn from China? I know you are busy working with China and you're on the right direction, but I mean, we got to see some improvements in South Africa, people. But yeah, that is something that you got to see in China, is like all the cool lights. But yeah, they're also like, companies here like Huawei, Alibaba, Tencent, they are global leaders in their respective sectors. So you'll be walking around with some pretty cool stuff around you that is seen all over the world, and this is where it all started. Another big thing that blows my mind every time I go to a different city is the infrastructure development. China is known for its ambitious infrastructure projects, including like the high-speed rail network here, the huge bridges, the skyscrapers, the Belt and Road Initiative that they have, which aims to really connect Asia with Europe and Africa through infrastructure and trade. So like China is really also just leading the world, setting examples of how to really help each other get better and not like the US tell everyone how bad China is. Yeah, of course I had to get that in there. But yeah, the infrastructure is definitely the coolest, and like some of my friends, they want to come visit me in June and July, and the most exciting thing that I want to show them is like the culture, and it is the infrastructure, because no place in the world has buildings like this in each and every city that you go to. Like everything I talked about today, these are just a few aspects that make China an amazing and dynamic country with a really big impact on the world stage. So no matter who you are, where you come from, what your interests are, China really has everything for you to see and for you to experience. So if you plan on coming to China anytime soon, as always, please let me know. Or if you're scared to come to China, please let me know, because like I am recently getting a lot of personal messages about people being scared about this, about that, to come to China. So please let me know down in the comments below, because maybe someone else is also scared like you and they can just read your comment. That'll be much appreciated, and we can discuss things and just stop believing the Western media. Like, let's just open your eyes and let you come to China, and then you can speak the truth to your family, to your friends, because that is how my family now knows, and then they tell other people about China is not as bad as they originally thought, because they were so scared to send me to China. But yeah, the sun is coming out. I am off today. I'm just going to enjoy a nice cup of coffee and the dinner with my friends later. So yeah, I'm excited. Always happy to see you, and thank you for spending your time with me. If you haven't yet, remember to subscribe to my channel and become part of the family. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.